Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of my garage. Join me here at the garage that we recently purchased last week with our broken down barn find. I lost a little bit of progress. I did try and record this episode a little bit earlier, that's why we have another car here, and I lost a little bit of progress, but I found out that it's not because this car ran out of fuel like I thought it might have been in the last episode. So putting fuel in it does not make this car run. I think it just needs a lot of engine work. But this wolf, or what's left of a wolf, is our latest project car, and as you can see, it's it's not in the worst condition ever, but it's certainly not in good condition, and I want to fully fix this car up. These things, fully restored, are worth an absolute fortune, so that is our current task. It doesn't move just now. I did have to recover it here, which was a bit unfortunate because we have a car, so it would have been nice to be able to actually go and collect vehicles. I have off camera as well purchased another vehicle, only for 1500, another junkyard find. But I think it's going to be a very cool car to work on. But we've got that hidden away down at the junkyard for now, and we'll leave it there. We'll get this wolf all fixed up first of all, because like I said, it's worth an absolute fortune. These things, when they're in full condition, they're worth a lot. This could potentially, if we can afford to fully restore this car, this could potentially buy the garage expansion, which would be awesome. But this car does need a huge amount of work, a huge amount of body work and mechanical work. It's fairly straight looking, but it's also quite rusty and quite... it's a bit naff. There's a lot of parts missing as well, like most of the engine and most of the interior, and as you can see, there's structural work to do on the floor. We do have some of an engine, but we are missing a lot of it. Let's push this car, which it's not keen on doing, get it fully in the garage, and we'll start by opening up the doors, because we're going to take the floor and the carpet out of this car. I also want to have a look down here under the floor pan, or under this carpet. Looks like the floor is in decent shape there, so we'll put that back in. I didn't even know you could do that. That's quite cool. Let's take off basically all of the interior, because we are going to need to. I think that's the part that holds the carpet in place. It is indeed. Yeah, the whole floor, as you can see, is just not in a good way. Got a couple of door cards over here. We'll pop them off as well, because we're gonna replace them all. We'll just pile everything up just over here for the time being. We'll clear all that away shortly. Let's see, what do we have under here? Don't think a handbrake's needed right now. I could pop my head in there a little more. There is another bolt. Might have to take this panel off here. Handbrake's doing a bit of a dance. There's that other bolt. And then these two up there. We'll move on to the screwdriver next. the dashboard out. And let's wash the inside of these doors. Everything on this car is in a bit of a state. Around this side, make sure I've got that wheel arch. And grab the sandblaster. It's quite hard to see on a dark car, but there is means and ways to do it. A whole heap of rust down there. Try and get back inside. Our main focus right now is the doors and interior. The rust on the top of that door there. The bumper will have to come off. Luckily though, there doesn't appear to be any holes in the bodywork for this car. Let's check the rust. There's still some rust on it somewhere. I have a feeling I know where. There's two possible locations. One of them is on the sills here, but I don't see any. A little bit there. There's not a sill cover on that side either. So it must be in the boot for taking the bumper off. The bolts are along here somewhere. There they are. There's one, and the other should be right there. And we're just going to replace the bumper as well. Probably doesn't need replaced, but we're going to do it. Yeah, you can see a lot of hidden rust under there. There we are, and that little bit we found over here. Let's get all the bits that we've missed washing it as well. There we are, looking better than I did. Which, to be honest, isn't hard. That's not where that goes outside. Let's check the condition now, make sure we got all the rust. We have indeed. And we'll take a note of the colour as well. It's 1A0C14. And we'll get some paint on the go. Paint what we can just now. Quite a dark colour, but that's fine. It's almost like a really dark purple, in fact. Missed a little bit of rust on that door. I'm pleased that there's not any external body panels that are needing cut out. Rear quarters both seem okay, the rear panel seems fine. Bit of rust along here as well. Still see rust down there somewhere. So what we'll do here is we'll close the door. Yeah, a little bit of rust there. That's dirt that I've just painted over. Alright, let's check the color condition now. 4 stars, somehow. A little bit of rust there, let's grab that. See if we can find where this rust is in here. Yeah, I don't see it now. Yeah, I don't see any more. I'm sure there will be some that I've forgotten somewhere. Yeah, right there in fact. We want the perfect Mercedes. Again, not too worried about the clear coat or anything just now. We will get to that, but not right now. There we are. I missed even more dirt on the front of the car here. Okay, let's go and grab our bin bag and clear all this out of the way. Just all these loose parts. Our bag is full. You can make more money off the parts as well if you take them down to the harbour, which I probably should be doing, but haven't. I'll get rid of these paints as well. These are from the last project car we done. Now let's grab the grinder, take it over to our cutting disc station. Let's start chopping out some of this floor. Okay, that's the floor taken care of. Let's go for that wheel arch around this side, which we'll probably stick another jack under it over here. As per usual, we're using about 30 cutting discs. There we are. That's our first look actually at the mechanics of the car as well. It doesn't look terrible, but it also doesn't look very good either. So let's get on to welding now. So this of course is a Wolf, and the engine, I'm assuming it's a 1.6 diesel, but that's not relevant right now. We need a floor, and I can't remember what side that other one is. I think it's the left, I believe. I think it's, you take it by the way the car's facing, at least that's the way I would. We will find out just now. Now, let's go and grab the welder. Hopefully there is an infinite electrode on it. There doesn't appear to be. There is one, but it won't be infinite. Okay, that's all of the welding now done. So let's go ahead and pull these axle stands out of the way for the time being. We are going to need them there, but right now we don't. Because I want to get the car put back basically the way it was when we got it. And preferably a little bit better. We are missing a fuel tank by the looks of it. We'll start with that because that part gets hidden away. It's this one here. And I'm going to do a little trick of filling the tank up before installing it. The game actually lets you do that. As you can see, we get the little yellow text across the bottom of the screen saying filling. And well, we're going to put a diesel engine in this car, so it's diesel we will use. I've never seen a blue diesel pump personally, but wherever this game is set, it might be the case. There we are. Just over 80 litres, and no sound when we pay for that. Which is absolutely fine. So let's get this fuel tank put into place. While we're at it, let's put the grinder away. The fuel tank gets tightened up just along here. I don't think there is one on the bottom. Oh, there is. There are one fuel tank. Now we can start buying interior parts. The carpet is really irritating to put in, so we'll come back to that. Start with the pillars. These are obviously a different colour to the ones we took out, that's why we're changing everything here. A rear seat. I suppose I should probably drop the carpet in just now as well. I really hate dealing with these carpets. Two bolts for these seats just on the front. While we're at it, see what's missing from this door. We've got a window regulator but no window by the looks of it. And no little window either. We will go ahead and get those. So those two there. That's the main window in, and then the other window. Very hard to see on this floor, but they do spawn in. Sometimes they pop down through the floor, but they are always there. Let's go back to interior and put a door card on that side. And we can just close that door. We're done with that door now. Let's have a look at this one. Turn the torch on. This one does have a window, but the window regulator is not looking too good. So we will replace both. There's the door card to go on. And the two parts that we need. Don't think I can join these together just now. And then the window there. Very hard to see the windows underground. Well, what I'll do is I will crack on with the rest of this interior, and I'll bring you guys back once all of the inside is done. We're missing the headliner, which is always fun. So I'll crack on with this and I'll bring you guys back in just a second. Okay, as you can see, we now have a fully working interior, fully complete. Everything is in there, door cards, trim under the dash. I even went as far as putting a stereo on it. And one of the things I want to point out is we did do a manual gear shifter and 3 pedals, so this car has an automatic gearbox on it that will have to go into the scrap pile and be replaced with a manual gearbox, because we're going to do a manual diesel engine. Ooh, we don't want that to happen. That could have been unfortunate. So let's go ahead and detach this drive shaft. We've opened a door. Oh, there's one full rear suspension assembly. Just drop that down there. Not sure why that's not falling off. Hopefully it will in a second. There it is, and one broken spring. There we are. As you can see, we've already spent quite a significant amount of money on this car as it is already, and that's not going to stop anytime soon. So I want to get this car done relatively quick. I'd like to have the suspension done in this episode, and then we can work on the rest of the bodywork and the engine another time. But I'm going to very quickly throw together a rear end on this car. I'm actually going to put the axle stands under all 4 corners of this car. You're probably thinking, why am I not using the ramp? The main reason is I don't particularly like it, and also the car doesn't exactly roll, so this is just slightly easier. That dirt there, have I missed even more dirt? I've been back to this hose about 6 times now. There we are, so the car's now fully up. We will take the rest of the prop shaft off, because otherwise I'll forget. There we are. Or drive shaft, if you prefer to call it that. There's not much holding this car together at this point. There we are. I don't know why they're connected when this bar isn't. Take the engine and the gearbox out, and there'll be another bolt up here somewhere. Another 2 in fact. Alright, there's one engine. What's left of an engine. We have no need for that at all. This is just floating. This will fall off eventually, but right now it's just floating, so we will just we'll leave it there basically. But like I said, I'm going to get the rear end and possibly some of the front end done, and I'll bring you guys back once that's done. Okay, that is the car now. Got all suspension put back in. I even put the braking system in the car as well. Do need to get fluid for it, of course, but just to go over what I've done, we've got absolutely everything bolted in here. Brakes all installed. The only thing I didn't change was the cross member. It looks absolutely fine, so no need to change that. Got all the new steering components. I did change the gearbox. This is the old one over here. That's a 5-speed automatic, and we now have a 5-speed manual gearbox in there. A new transmission support, new drive shaft, full new rear end, including subframe, springs. Absolutely everything you see here is brand new. And if you're building one of these cars yourself and you didn't know this, these little control arms, to do both sides, you need 8. There's 4 on each side. 1, 2, 3, and where's that 4th one? There's 4 here. 1 on the top, 2 at a diagonal, and then 1 going towards the rear seat of the car. And that's the same for both sides, so there's 8 of them in total. The front of these cars are painfully simple. The back of them a little bit more complex. But that is all I have time for in this episode. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, don't forget to hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, you can of course subscribe. Let's see if we can get to 300 subscribers this week. That would be absolutely amazing. And if you're also new to the channel, you can ring that bell notification. That way you get notified of all the new uploads. And you can also join me on Discord. The link to Discord is in the video description. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next episode. Bye for now.